Hello, hello, hello. Welcome here, welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose, and I am your host, Crystal Lavender. Some people say I was either born to be a stripper or a hippie, but I'll drop it like it's hot, but I don't know about all that getting back up. I have to creep back up, you know what I mean? So, today we are going to read for the collective of Sagittarius. Doesn't matter if it's your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus. If you are drawn to this message, then there's probably a message in it for you. And before we get started, we're going to talk about this. This is my book. It's called Say You Love, and it is a testimony of triumph over the darkness of childhood sexual trauma and addiction. And I wrote this whole thing with my phone. I mean, I used some paper, of course, but I wrote this whole entire thing with my phone. So if you're out there thinking that you don't have the right tools, that you don't have a laptop, you don't have the necessary equipment to make something like this, I guarantee you that you do, all right? And I don't share my story because I'm proud of all the stupid stuff I've done. I've done a lot of really, really stupid stuff. And I've let a lot of really bad things happen in my life. And I've had to learn how to overcome them and transmute them to where now my pain is now my purpose. So it is an honor to be here with you guys. I understand what it's like to be in a shame loop, all right? And I don't want anybody out there to feel like they are alone. And I know there's a lot of spiritual leaders out there that will tell you about all the good stuff, tell you how to get through things or tell you, give you advice on what to do, but they don't really talk about the bad parts of where they were to bring them to where they're at. Okay, so I'm as open and as honest as I can be so that nobody out there feels like they are alone. I guarantee that you are worth it and you will make it through this, okay? I promise. So again, that's my book, and it's in every one of the description boxes of the newest videos that I upload, and you could get a free copy on my website, which is in the link of the description in the description box and in the about page of my channel. It's also on Amazon, and if you would like a signed copy, then I'd be more than happy to send out a signed copy, and you can email me at s.y.l.sayyoulove@gmail.com if you have any questions about the process of writing a book or how I went through doing it. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. All right, so Sagittarius, let's get started. Enough jibber jabbering. What do we got for the Sagittarius collective? Universe, source, spirit. What do we got for the Sagittarius collective? And please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and all that happy fun stuff. Might be a little click for you, but it's a huge bada boom, big bada boom for me. Okay, chicken good. Sagittarius. What do we got for the Sagittarius collective? So Sagittarius, I feel like you intuitively know that somebody is keeping secrets from you, or that there is some sort of secret that is being kept from you. Because we have the High Priestess, the Eight of Cups, and the Moon. Okay, so your intuition, if you're wondering if you made the right decision, by walking away, because the Eight of Cups is like walking away. But with the Moon in reverse, you might have had somebody that was shady around you. You might have intuitively felt like there was an undercover hater in your friend group or something. And I feel like you walked away, your intuition told you to walk away with the High Priestess. And we have the Magician that came out on top of that. So I feel like that was definitely a test of your ability, to trust yourself, to trust your intuition. Yeah, we have the Star in reverse. Something about it made you feel very, hurt. Anytime that we're betrayed, we feel hurt, So I don't know. I think you had a lot of hope. You were really hoping that this person wasn't lying to you, or that, that you didn't have to walk away from them. And some of us, we have a tendency to question our intuition. We're like, well, what if I was wrong? What if I was wrong? What if I was wrong? It's if you walked away without having any sort of solid evidence that your intuition was telling you the truth, your intuition was telling you the truth. All right. I hate that feeling, that like, what if I'm wrong feeling. Yeah, but what if you're right, you know? What if you were right? So some of you might have been dealing with an Aquarius. We have Aquarius, we got the Magician, we got the Moon, or a Pisces. Yeah, I think you were worried that there was some sort of rumors going on, you know, but we have the Devil in the upright and the death on the cut here. So whatever it was that you were questioning, like your intuition was spot on. I think there was somebody telling you secrets or not telling you the whole truth. You know, they were keeping something from you, and I think you just knew it, you know? But you are moving on to calmer waters, all right? But it kind of let you down. It really let you down. Yeah, with the Three of Swords. It really hurt your heart. It let you down. You know, now you don't know if you could trust this person. Let's switch decks. Now you don't know if you could trust this person. Maybe some of y'all like knew the truth the whole time and were just like waiting for this person to tell you, you know? And anytime that you brought it up, or anytime that it was brought up, they like either changed the subject, or like, I don't know if they straight bold-faced lied, but they probably like tried to skirt around it some way or another. Yeah, you walked away from it. Whatever it is, you walked away from it. We have the Eight of Cups twice, two different decks, so. Like, but you felt like you had no choice but to walk away from it, you know? And it might make you feel kind of out of place, but you also know that like your head is held high. You know that whatever it was the right decision for you. You know that there was no other choice in that. You know, it's almost like the universe came in and tested to see if you were going to apply what it is that you learned. You know, like, do I follow my intuition and trust in myself, or do I listen to somebody else? You know, and it's like we always have a tendency to want to believe the best in people, and then we end up finding out that that it was exactly like you thought it was, and then you feel even worse, you know? So don't lay next to somebody if you really don't believe that somebody is telling you the truth, all right? Don't lay there next to them, like lying to yourself, keeping yourself awake at night, like wondering if they're telling you the truth, okay? Because when you find out that they were lying, you know, and that you were right, you'll be a million times more upset than had you have just followed your own intuition and been like, okay, I'm trusting in myself, you know, instead of some outside source like your lover or your friend or your mama or whoever it is that you were asking, you know? Like, we have a tendency to ask other people, like, hey, what do you think about this situation? Or what do you think about this? You know, like, you present them with this information that you already have, and we wait for other people's advice or other people's opinions. I don't think that you should be doing that right now, Sagittarius. I think that you need to follow your own intuition. And if this is something, this is like a whole other message that I'm getting from, because you've got the Hierophant. So I think whatever happened, like, it might have really humbled this person. Like, if this was something that happened in the past and you walked away, you know, from somebody in the past because, like, you had to just follow your intuition, you had to follow your own heart. I think that this person, like, I think you have forgiven them, you know? And you were probably the only person on the planet that actually truly felt compassion for this person. Yeah, with the Justice card. You were probably the only person on the planet that felt compassion for this person, you know? Or at least they felt that way. Like, you gave them some sort of hope, some sort of, like, sense of you know, that people are human. You know, you might have forgiven them, you might have walked away, but you didn't treat them bad, you know? Like, you just followed your own intuition and, you know, remained calm, and it's like your kindness was something that they probably had never experienced from someone before. Like, there was times in my life, like, there was there's a person that really did me dirty, right? And I didn't act the way that he normally would have thought someone should act, you know? He was used to people calling him a piece of shit and telling him how fucked up he was, and you know what I mean? Because he already had that internal dialogue himself. So to hear that was nothing new for him. But when I came at him with a whole other perspective, like, hey, I know you're human, you know what I mean? Like, I understand that we make mistakes, you know, and I still tried to show him like compassion and like empathy, even though I still kept him at an arm's distance, you know, he was not expecting me to do that, you know? So it kind of gave him this new, you know, not everybody is as cruel as I think that they are, because some people have such a huge chip on their shoulder and they're so used to, you know, like, it's easy for someone that's been like a drug addict. If a drug addict is a drug addict, like, it's easy for them to continue in that same shame loop, because they already know what they're doing is bad. They already know what they need to stop doing. They already know that the people that they hang out with, if they're robbing, if they're cheating, if they're lying, if they're stealing, you know. But when you come at that person and you're like, hey, like, I know that you're, you know, I know that you're this, or I know that you're a drug addict, you know, and I'm not here to tell you what to do or what not to do. I'm just holding space for you for when you find love, when you find the love for yourself that you need to. And I think that's kind of what you did with this person, Sagittarius, is like, you held space for this person to find love for themselves. It's like, maybe the action that they, like, what they did in the past was unacceptable, but it at the same time, it wasn't like you still showed them compassion. And I think it made them kind of like look at the world differently in some ways. You know, it gave them some sort of hope that maybe that they weren't as bad as they thought they were. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure this person is probably used to it, yeah, with the Nine of Swords. They're probably really used to people telling them how horrible they are, you know? Like, oh, you're such a piece of this, you're that, you're this, you're that, you know? Like, they already know that's what they're expecting, you know? And that's what they've been used to. So that's the role that they play, you know? But I feel like something that you did, or some sort of like forgiveness or compassion that you offered to this person with your words, kind of made them look at life a little bit differently, like look at themselves a little bit differently. It's like you gave them forgiveness that they couldn't even give themselves. And they didn't understand it, so they had to go inside to find it. You know, they had to go inside and do a lot of reflecting and figure out like how that was possible, you know? Yeah, the Hierophant. Like, they had to go in and find themselves. They had to go find their center, their love for themselves, their love for the higher spirit. Like, they were definitely they weren't used to whatever it was that you brought, you know? And then it gave them hope with the Star in the upright. Some of you guys could be dealing with an Aquarius. We also had Libra. What else do we got? We got the Knight of Wands. And the Ace of Cups. You know, I think that your compassion and like just how much love you have for the world or for the people around you, or just how you carry yourself, like, is inspired this person, you know, was super inspirational to this person. And now we have the Sun. So you could have been dealing with a Leo as well. And the Nine of Pentacles. So I don't know what happened between y'all in the past, but it was definitely like the way you handled it, the way that you showed compassion, showed forgiveness, showed empathy and love for this person, even though you might have put your boundaries down, put your foot down, but it wasn't out of like hatred for them. It was more of like respect for yourself And like, I think it really taught this person a lot. You know, now they have like a new, like this new type of like energy about them. What else can we tell Sagittarius? Here we got the Temperance card on the deck, the bottom of the deck here, and we have the Hierophant again. So I think things worked exactly how they were supposed to, you know? Like, you definitely taught this person like a major life lesson. And if they could tell you something, they would say, you know, that they were thankful for you, you know? They're sorry for whatever they did, but they are definitely thankful for that experience to learn, you know? To learn and to grow. What else can we tell Sagittarius? And I don't feel like this is something that happened like recently. Like, it doesn't feel like a recent thing. I feel like this has been a process. Like, there's definitely been like a healing process for this person, you know, and probably for yourself as well. But you have the Ten of Cups, all right? So there is potential. There is a lot of potential there. Knight of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Three of Cups. There is a lot of potential for with the Four of Wands and the Empress. There's a lot of potential for success. Like, we never know what somebody has learned, like, especially if it's been a long time since you've seen them. Like, we never know what kind of lessons that person has learned between then and now. You know, like, we only remember them from the last, like, snapshot we took of them. You know, but we don't know what kind of lessons or that we've learned, or they don't know what kind of lessons we've learned since then. And we don't know what kind of lessons they've learned since then. So if you're going to let this person back in your life, yeah, with the Nine of Cups, I would definitely keep very strong boundaries, you know, which I don't think that you have a problem with, especially with the first spreads coming out. Like, you had no problem maintaining your boundaries, you know, and maintaining them with diplomacy, you know, not with it's not a matter of like, oh, love or hate. It's not a matter of want or wish or need or it's just a very like calm, like matter of fact, you know. But you got the Two of Cups. So this person definitely has a lot of love for you. And they would like to offer you that cup, you know. They would like to offer you that cup. I think this person has definitely grown. The Emperor could be dealing with an Aries. You know, they might not think that you'll ever forgive them for what they did. You know, truly forgive them, you know. They might not ever truly forgive themselves for what they did. But the empathy and the compassion that you showed them during that situation probably helped like recreate their life, you know. They were used to it being like a huge battle and it turning into all kinds of craziness, you know, and I don't think that you did that to this person, you know. So if they come back, if they came back, you know, and you're wanting to know about like them now, I think that you guys have a lot of potential for success. Cut to the Empress, you know, and no walking away. I think you had to walk away at first, but we got the Four of Wands on the bottom. So there's a new door of opportunity. I would keep your guard up if this person comes back, like, not in a bad way, but, you know, just try to make sure that they aren't playing any of the same old games, you know. The World card, I really don't think that they are. I think they learned a lot. I think they learned a lot. And I think on some capacity, they just really want to be a part of your life no matter what. Yeah, Six of Wands. They just really want to be a part of your life, you know? It doesn't have to be as lovers. Could be as friends, or, you know, just someone that, like, they, like, when they think about you, they smile, you know, and they kind of hope that you do the same one of these days, if you don't already, is what it feels like. Now, if you take on that, you know, if you let them back in or not, that's completely up to you. But there does seem to be a lot of potential, and there has been a lot of growth, you know. Yeah, they don't want to feel out in the cold anymore. It's like they just want to be a part of your life in some way or another. You know, they don't want to be out in the cold. They don't want to fight. They don't want to start any drama. They don't want to have any drama. You know, they don't want to play any mind games. They don't want to do any of that. Like, they really just want to be happy and healthy and successful in whatever type of relationship that you guys could have, you know. They don't care if it's friendship. They don't care if it's you know, in a romantic relationship. Like, they just love you and want to be a part of your life. See, let's get a couple more. Yeah, they're done playing games. They don't ever want to lose you again. You got the Ten of Pentacles, and we got the Lovers card. So they feel a very, very strong connection with you. Whatever it is, like, whatever happened in the past had to happen in order for this person to grow, you know? And they still hold, they hold a lot of love for you in their heart and in their mind. It's like you were always in their mind and you were always in their heart, you know? And they wish things would have happened differently, but if things did happen differently, then they wouldn't be who they are now. So it's like they do think back about you and smile, you know? But are they going to take a leap of faith forward? Maybe, with the Fool card here. Maybe they will. Are they going to reach out? Is this person going to reach out? No, they think they really think that whatever they did was unforgivable, that you hate them. But just know that they have a lot of love in their heart for you. But they definitely aren't going to reach out anytime soon, because they feel like you have no love for them, you know. Even though you showed them a lot of love and compassion, it's like whatever they did, they feel like you aren't going to want to talk to them, that it's pretty much ruined. So they're not going to reach out. Yeah, they feel like you are still mad, you don't want anything to do with them, you know, and probably rightfully so. But this person still thinks very highly of you. Alright, Sagittarius. So those are your messages for today. I hope that they find you well. And if you would like any more information about how to write a book, or if you would like to find my book, those will be all in the description box of each one of my newer videos. I mean, I didn't have a book back in the day, so they're not in my older ones, but they are in all of my newer ones. Alright? So remember to be good to yourself, always and in all ways. And until next time, boom, beep, beep.